Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to Wonderland Asylum. We're back today to issue 43 of the Hachette Partworks release of Titanic, the ship, the legend. Okay, so what's in today's magazine? We have an article on being stuck between two eras, which is kind of when they were transitioning from wood to metal ships. Still more on that. That's the steamship Pacific. I think it was metal, looking at it. It was of the Collins line. And then yet more on the blockbuster movie by James Cameron. Again, we have Leonardo DiCaprio and his pal on the front of the ship. And again, nice big shot of it there. And that brings us on to the instructions. So, not a tremendous amount to do today. In fact, these next few issues get more and more, not haphazard, but it's kind of a bit here, then a bit there, then a bit here. It's not structured. We are working more on the bridge, but then we're also installing an LED strip further down the deck. So, let's have a look at what's in the box. Okay, so in today's box, we have more of the horrible brown paper envelopes. We have an LED strip to fit on the bottom of the decking that we were just working on. And we have the connector cable for this LED strip. So what's in the horrible envelopes? Well, let's have a look. Okay, in the first horrible envelope, we have the roof of the bridge, incidentally. That's what that is. Now, which way round it goes and which way round it sits, I don't know yet, but we're not using that for a little while, so that'll get put aside with the rest of the not being used yet bits, frustratingly. And what's in the other envelope? I have a feeling I know what's in here. Right. We have, just make sure we've got everything. We have the bridge wings, which go on either side. We have the kind of side pieces for the wheelhouse. And we have the lamps, which sit on top of these bits here. Now, again, they're going to cause a little bit of controversy. Now, the fact is, they're white. Now, I think they should be gold, but that's my opinion, or brass at least. My opinion, I may paint them once I build them on and see how they look. I'm not sure yet. But it's one of those ones that people aren't the happiest with. However, let me get the deck over that we were working on last time, and we shall get started. Okay, so here we go. There is the bridge section that we worked on last time. And what we're essentially doing is these bridge wings are going to go on here and here. Now it's just a case of matching pegs to holes. It does tell you to glue it in if required, but the feedback I've seen on everybody else's videos is that these pegs fit very snugly into the holes. Now you can see the three holes are here, it's the one closest, here, and here. Now again, part of it is that because of the way the deck, because it's wood, it's very hard to get it precise, so you may end up fighting with slight little parts of the wood underneath to try and get it into the holes. Hopefully not. Yeah, that's a nice snug fit. Fits quite nicely, and there you can see that's what that looks like, and it completes that sort of side of the bridge wings. It's not quite flush with the deck here, so I'm going to push it down a little more. There we go. Perfect. Now the same on the other side with the other wing. For some reason everyone said they found the port one more snug than the starboard one. There we go. And that's that one in as well. no difficulty whatsoever, but it is a nice snug fit. So it doesn't need glued, which is always nice. Make sure it's in properly, because the last thing you want is for there to be gaps. But there we go. They look very nice, don't they? Perfect. Now next we have these pieces here, which are the sides. Now they both have shelving on the inside, and on the page, the shelving goes towards the stern of the ship. So this one, with the shelf there, goes on the port side. So again, you can see where the two holes are, just there and there. Again, carefully line it up and just push it in. Perfect. Now you obviously want to make sure you distribute the force evenly, because you do not want to push that so hard that it snaps the fixing pins. So it goes in just like that, and the same on the other side. Again, with the shelf facing towards the stern. And just push it into place like that. You can see that makes a nice little bridge house. I think that looks fantastic. Really, really chuffed. In fact, I'm chuffed to bits with how everything about the bridge is looking so far. Really, really happy with it. And now I believe, oh no, there's one more thing to do, but I'm going to do the LED strips before I do that. It's telling me to put the lamps on now, but they're small and fiddly, so I'm going to wait until after I've turned the deck over and fitted the LED strips to fit those lamps. Just hope I remember to do it. Okay, so the first thing it's telling me to do, or well, it's not telling me to do, I'm going to do, is test the LED board before I start messing about with it. Now you can see it has 4 ports on it, J1, J2, J3 and J4. Now I believe, looking at it, that J4 is the one the power lead goes into, and that's lead Z. So if I plug that in, and then again I put my handy dandy rechargeable Amazon batteries. They're not the most powerful, I've noticed. They don't light it up as well as they possibly should. And then if I plug this in to the test port, yeah, there we go. My lights light up. This makes me happy, because if they didn't, I'd be most upset. Okie dokie, so again, there's only one way the board can go in. It has an indent on that corner, and that has to match up here. Now again, the LED lights face downwards, so they'll be lighting deck below this, which will, I believe, be A deck. In fact, it is A deck, yes. Okay, so again, it might clip in without me messing about with a screwdriver on the other side, but it's unlikely. Oh no, that one has gone in quite nicely. Let's see if the gnats pop back out again. So what it tells you to do is get your tweezers and push the tab from the other side, just like this. So it moves it enough that you can get the LEDs clipped in, and the same up here. Just there we go. Beautiful. Really, really nice and snug. And that'll hold the LED circuit board in. Now what it's telling us to do is this one, lead L. You can see there's this L on the side. It plugs into J1. So again, all you need to really make sure is that you're plugging it in to the right port and it's going in the right way up, so you don't bend any pins. And then lead M, which is this one here, is going into J2. There we go. Perfect. Now, if I plug my test board again, not only should these lights light up, but the 2 navigation lights. Let's well. So let's see, shall we? Moment of truth. Well, I can see the underside ones are still lighting up. What about the navigation lights? Yep, it's on. It's not very bright, but it's on. And the same, the red one's on as well, yep. So all the lights are working. Fantastic. Yep, really, really chuffed with that. Awesome. I do need to get better batteries though, because these ones don't light up very much. And they've just literally just been taken off charge. So, yeah. Now, I do think I'm going to paint these lanterns, at least the top of them, once they're on. So that's the only thing I still have to do. Is take the lanterns and push them in. Now they do stick up like that, so don't try and push them in absolutely flush, because that's the way they sit. I'm just checking the pictures. Yes, that's the way they sit. So if you try and push them in all the way, they'll just snap and you'll end up with no lanterns, and it won't matter if they're the wrong colour. But yeah, that is everything there is to do in that issue. So we've fitted the bridge wings, fitted the sides of the deck, the wheelhouse, and we've fitted the lanterns, fitted the LED board and connected these up. So we are progressing. We are indeed progressing. But that is all for issue 43. Not a very long one today. But join me for issue 44. And I hate to say, I don't think it's going to take any longer. So, that's us for issue 43. To say, it is looking absolutely magnificent. You can see there the bridge with the lanterns and all that. As I say, I'm going to put a little bit of gold or brass detailing just on the top, just to kind of brighten them up a wee bit, because they're not going to light up. And yeah, and we've got our circuit board on the underside. So yeah, really impressed with that. What's coming in issue 44? The next piece of the deck. So we're going to be extending the rear of this outwards, and it's got the two pieces of deck to go on either side. So not much to do, should only take a few minutes, but it's going to have a massive size impact. So I'm looking forward to that. As I say, yesterday, issue 49 to 52, yeah, arrived. So I now have up to issue 52 to do. It's all focusing on the boat deck. So I think that's once we finish the boat deck. I don't know what we're doing next. But yeah, very exciting. It's coming along. It is coming along. I mean, I was sitting the other day looking at it all once I mounted the deck housing on here. I may do that after the next issue, just to show you what it all looks like put together. Yeah, I'm impressed with what we're doing at this stage. But yes, as always, feedback, comments, criticisms, suggestions, pop them in the comments box. Please do leave a like, because it does help me massively. And yeah, drop a subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything. And it will allow you to be notified when I put future videos up. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you shortly for issue 44. Peace out, as always.